We talked about the Army, and we've got another situation. The Army, new Army, Wiskowski and Rip Rogers.
The next event of the evening will be one fall. Introducing in this corner at 230 pounds from Tennessee, Rip Rogers. His opponent in this corner at 238 pounds from Scotland, Roddy Piper. Referee Sandy Barr.
Dandy Sandy Barr in to do the refereeing. And Rogers over after Piper before he even has a chance to take his shirt and kilt off. Buddy Rose down at ringside. Did get him out of there. Going up on the top rope. Rogers wants to jump off that top turnbuckle outside. He gets about 12, 14 feet above him. And with his belt that fell off, there's a belt around those kilts. Rogers came up with that. Now Sandy Barr trying to take it away from him. Finally does get it away from him. A kilt, the shirt's off. Rip Rogers has him back in the ring. Piper nailed. Put an elbow right to the chin. Rip the Hustler Rogers, the new member of the Army. He and Wiskowski under the leadership of Buddy Rose, at least according to Rose, that's the situation. Near capacity crowd with a yelling of "We want Piper," trying to spur him on to some action. Piper catches the thumb from Rogers, thrown into the view of the camera but hidden from the referee. Dandy Sandy in green and gray tonight. 1, 2, and almost. Good shot of the Hustler from Hollywood, California. Reversal of a side headlock by Piper, and he pops him out of it. And this crowd has come alive after sitting rather quietly during the first match. They're going wild now, and it's pillar to post. One corner, the other, the third, and now the fourth corner turnbuckle treatment for Rogers. All four corners had it laid on him by an irate Scotsman. Whip, hip throw, all on Rogers by Piper. Roddy Piper. Knee lift covers him with a body press. Could have him no. A count of 2. Got to give it to Rogers. Not easy to put away. Now Rose is down by ringside again. He is outside Rogers' corner on the floor of the arena. Some of the crowd now trying to alert. There you see him. But Piper turns around. Piper turns around to yell at Rose. Rogers suckers him from behind. Double judo chop. Double judo chop. Put Piper down. It was a clean blow, legal. Body slam. And Rogers goes right down with him. Covers for the body press. 1, 2, and almost 3. Rogers thought it was 3. He's saying, come on, I'll count you slow. Kickoff by Piper. Rogers right back in after him. Reverse whip. Rogers goes to the turnbuckles. Well, a little earlier, Rogers got the thumb in on Piper. Piper pays him back. Double knee left. Rogers goes down, covered with a body press, but he gets a foot on the ropes. Left hands. No pin. Near pin. But that's all. Uh-oh. Piper missing an elbow drop. Rogers down on the mat. He's weary. Going up on the second buckle, turnbuckle, coming up. He nailed Piper. Kind of a grazing blow. He did not get the shot on him that he wanted. The thumb used. Got him up in the eye with it. Did not throw it into the throat. And through the ropes outside the arena, on the arena floor. Getting out of the way. Piper saw him coming. Got out of the way. He landed, twisted a knee, I think. Rogers hurting. Piper up, left hands, right. Going for the shoulder throw, gets nailed with a kick. Put the head down. The best of them can make mistakes sometime, and Piper just did. And he's one of the best. Body slam, no, go behind. And it's with Martell's sleeper. And he dropped the sleeper hold to go after Rose. And it looks like he threw something in. It appeared Rose threw something in the ring to Rogers. Rogers one-punched him and got the pin. Now they're getting out of there in a hurry. He went down like a ton of bricks with one blow, and they each had clobbered each other a number of times without getting the pin. Sandy Barr now talking to some of the people. Piper got caught. The ringsiders down there explaining what happened, and it appeared that something like a chain or rope was thrown in by Rose.
In 6 minutes.
To Rogers.
45 seconds.
And Rogers used it on Piper. And
the Army is making a new challenge. Ed Wiskoski, Rip Rogers, and myself want to challenge Butch Miller, Luke Williams, and anybody they can get in a match. Sudden death, one fall. The man that gets beat has to leave the Northwest. Now, Roddy Piper won't team up with him. Rick Martel won't team up with him. Salvador Martina won't team with him. So fly somebody in, get somebody, Sheepherders. I'll tell you why. Ed Wiskowski was suspended tonight. Fine. We talked it over, Rip, myself, and Ed. My new Army number 2, will wrestle 3 wrestlers, Butch Miller, Luke Williams, and whoever they can get. And the man that gets beat next Saturday night, one fall, whoever gets pinned, has to leave the Northwest. Will you accept the challenge, Miller and Williams? And let me congratulate Rip Rogers on his victory over Roddy Piper.
A victory over Roddy Piper, seldom seen here in the Pacific Northwest. The Hustler has flown in especially just for Buddy Rose. The Polish Prince is back. We've got 3 blondes, the hustler, the playboy, the Polish prince, the new army.
That's it, baby.
The challenge is out for next Saturday.
Thank you. Listen. Thank you. Listen, but I don't deserve no cheers there. I just got conned by a 2-year veteran there. I've been wrestling pro wrestling for 10 years, and a 2-year veteran just knocked me out from behind there. But that's okay. We got a lumberjack match coming up, so we won't worry about that. Rip Rogers will have his due coming, and you know, I heard the Sheepherders are having trouble here with Rose, and Rose is asking him for a partner, and people have been telling me to tag up with the Sheepherders, but let me tell you something, you know, like we got no love between us, and I just don't think, you know, I gotta just tell it like it is, and I don't think that's such a good idea for me to be tagging up with them, because to tell you the truth, I don't trust the Sheepherders, you know, and I know he's having trouble with Rose, and Rose has been coming up here and bragging. I heard him, you people couldn't hear him, but Frank Bonneville was down here, and he come up here on TV, and he's bragging about buying his girlfriend sealskin coats and buying diamond rings and all these affairs with all these girls. Well, let me tell you something. Don't you believe all the balderdash that Buddy Rose tells you, because if he had $10 for every affair he had in 1980, he couldn't buy himself breakfast, brother. Let me tell you something else. He's coming out here saying things like buying them sealskin coats. Well, let me tell you something real serious here. And he just said that to get my goat, because he knows I've been trying to be with a little organization here. I watched a commercial the other day, and they were taking these tiny little seals, and they were punching them little seals out, and then they were skinning them alive, and the little seals was waking up, and then they were crying because people were skinning them alive. And there's an organization here called Greenpeace who's trying to do something about it. And I think that's the worst damn thing I ever seen in my life. And then I got a geek like Buddy Rose comes up here, and trying to brag about sealskin coats as if that's some kind of big thing to buy. Well, let me tell you something, Buddy Rose. Maybe that's how you got to hang on to your women, is by buying furs. But me, brother, of course, I seen Buddy Rose in the shower, and maybe he should buy his women furs. Yeah. Let me tell you something else. One more thing now. Ed Wiskowski's supposed to be coming in. Ed Wiskowski, he was in Canada the other day, was saying about how he got commendations from the Queen of England. That's a figurehead of my country. Well, let me tell you something, Ed Wiskowski. The closest you ever got to any kind of queen was when Rose dresses in drag, man.
Roddy Piper. Players are coming out. And Miller and Rose in what's sometimes called a lumberjack match or loggers match. When they wanted to settle things, they just still do when they want to settle things, in the woods. Foot wrestler, the other lumberjacks all get around in a circle, and they get it done.
Will be 1 fall to a finish in this timber lumberjack match. Introducing in this corner, at 250 pounds from Las Vegas, Playboy Buddy Rose. His opponent in this corner at 245 pounds, Sheepherder Butch Miller. Referee Sandy Barr.
Had a good shot there of the Kiwi, one half of the Kiwis. And around the ring, Luke Williams, Volkov, Steve Pardee, Hennessy, Rick Hunter, Saul Martino, Roddy Piper. In the ring, Rip Rogers, Rip the Hustler. Still wearing the mask with the wig sewn in. Rogers now will join the group outside the ring. And the point is, anybody tries to get out of that ring, either Rose or Miller, they'll get thrown back in by the other wrestlers. Miller getting to him early. Incidentally, we are out of all of our commercial breaks. So we will be seeing right here till the end of the program. No more breaks. They're all out of the way, so it'll be all wrestling or indoor interviews. Miller getting to Rose early. Rose starting out. And Luke Williams is there. Volkov doesn't want to help push him in, I don't think particularly, but they're getting paid for that. Rose trying to go out the other side. Rip Rogers saying just help him gently back in. Martino just rolled him back. Looked like the old karate. It is not a no disqualification match. It is a straight match. The other wrestlers are on to keep both combatants in the ring. Negative to the midsection. Miller on Rose. Foot stop right in the solar plexus. Rose trying to come out. Roddy Piper and Luke Williams right there to put him back in the ring. Going after the mask with the wig in it. Miller, but he's raked in the eyes. Wiskowski, remember, barred from the arena tonight due to his wild actions last Saturday when he got in the ring dressed like a civilian, swinging a large, heavy cane. And Rogers is saying, throw him out over here. And he wanted to get a shot at him. They're all over to help. And as they try to get him in, and Williams is saying, stay away from him, Rogers. Body press 1, 2, and flail kicks off. Strong flail kick by Miller. Miller catches the Pillsbury Doughboy in the breadbasket. That is not my nickname for him. Someone else, I believe probably Roddy Piper laid that on him. The crowd getting noisier and noisier, and Rose trying to run. Hennessy, Party, Williams, even Volkov pick him up and carry him back. He tried to run out on it. They went and got him. Miller working on the Playboy. And remember, we're going to keep it here. So don't be running to the refrigerator. Stay with us till it's over. Elbow smash right to the point of the chin of Rose. An elbow drop by Miller misses. Rose heard the steps coming, was able to get out of the way. And Sunset flip. 1, 2. Miller able to push him off for the pin. Rose's head slammed into the canvas. He's in the ropes. And bailing out, making a run. The trunk's almost coming off. Piper, Williams, others helping as Rose again trying to make a dash for it. He's trying to get in behind the crowd, make his way to the dressing room from there. Body slam. Rose hits the deck. Miller trying to pile drive Rose, trying to get him up in the air, but he is dumped over.
5 minutes.
Rose able to pick him up, dump him over backwards. Body slam. Miller by Rose. Rose going up on the first, second, top turnbuckle. Williams trying to grab him, but not before he gets sailing through the air. And at the count of 2 9/10, he nailed him, flying about 15 feet across the ring with a knee drop. I don't know why Miller wasn't pinned. To the midsection and a roundhouse right. After Rose in the corner. He is brought out into one corner, taken back into the other with the turnbuckle
4
treatment.
minutes remaining.
And going after the wig and the mask again. Rogers up on the apron is being pulled off. And once again, I think you saw it, a chain. Chain thrown by Rogers. Piper trying to get it away from him. Piper got slugged, but Miller got him from behind. Rose still has the metal chain. Only now does Sandy Barr spot it. And Williams gets it. Hennessy and Pardee by Rose, using that steel chain. Rogers got it into the ring.
8 minutes and 24 seconds.
Williams wins
The winner
it.
of the match, Butch Miller.
Brother Miller wins it, the Kiwi. A Kiwi wins it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 wrestlers down. Buddy Rose getting the better of it, not winning it. He got a winner, Williams.
Hey, Miller Williams, you haven't got a partner? We want to lose the league title. The man that gets beat has to go.
A challenge put out by the Army, Wiskowski, Rose, and Rogers, to the Kiwis and a partner if they can find it.
Piper interfered.
The new Army is here. The Playboy, the Hustler, the Polish Prince. 3 beautiful blondes challenging the Kiwi, the Sheepherders, Captain Ugly, who looks like an animal, and the guy, the skinny guy, the so-called brain with no teeth and no legs.
You ain't got no partner, bro.
Whoa! Rose, Rogers, Wiskowski, the last thing that Luke and I, all the people of Oregon and Washington want to see is another Army form right here. We don't want that. Rose,
You know me pretty well. I've never backed down. I've never backed down from a match in my life, Rose. Rose, you brought in Rogers. You brought in Wiskowski. You're using canes. You're using chains. Okay, Rose, you know that we ain't got no partner. You know that it's only Luke and me, and we're not that stupid, Rose. We need somebody else to go with us.
Roddy Piper is in the crow's nest.
Rose, if we can find ourselves a partner, that's the type of match that we want. We want to send one of you back to where you come from. I'll tell you one thing. Well, I never been. You know, I don't trust you a lick. I don't trust you a lick, but I have guts, man. And I'll tell you one thing. You go ahead and bring in the Polish princess, and I'll tell you. Oh, boy. You want to loser leave town? The loser of it leaves town? Well, I'll tell you what, brother. Then I'll team up with these two guys. You bring in the Polish princess. And the loser of the fall has to leave town. But if you turn on me, there'll be hell to pay, brother. I can't believe it. Roddy Piper, I promise you, right out in front of all these people in the arena and thousands and millions of people watching here, that together we're going to form our own team and we're going to wipe them right out of the Northwest. I'll go one step further. Now I know that we have Roddy Piper on our side. I'll promise you people one thing, and I promise to keep this as long as I live. When we step in that ring next week, Luke V and Piper against these two mugs and Wiskowski, I promise you it's going to be one of them people that'll leave, or you'll never see us again as long as you live.
Remember, it's one fall and a man who gets pinned must leave town.
What is so nice about this, if we beat Miller, that's like killing two birds with one stone, because Williams isn't going to stick alone. And if we beat Williams, it's like beating two. But what business does Roddy Piper have sticking his nose in here? Wiskowski is here to stay. Rogers is here to stay. And they're sure not going to beat the Playboy. I am here to stay. The man that gets beat, Bonema, has to leave. I can't believe they accept the challenge. And you know one more thing? The question arises, if Miller loses or if William loses, it's tournament time for the belts, Owens. Tournament time, because they won't be here to defend them. Rogers, let's congratulate each other on the win.
The Army against the Kiwis and Piper next Saturday.